Okay, well, I guess I'm not really good with intros. I don't usually do intros. Hi, welcome to the technically third episode, but what you're going to see is the second episode, because previously last time we fucked up. Yeah, welcome to podcast thing, I guess. 10 out of 10
Turn
intro.
on your mic.
Yeah, turn on my microphone. It is picking up now. It can hear it. It's actually kind of overloading because it's a bit loud, but I'll get that sorted. Yay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good
Right.
stuff.
I guess we're doing it in the same structure as last time before it fucked up.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about different topics. I don't feel like doing the same topic over again. We'll come back to the topic eventually. I don't feel like doing the same thing over again.
That's fair.
Yeah, so the topics, I sent them to Henry. I didn't send them to Baggy because I forgot. Sorry, Baggy.
Oof.
Big
You left
oops.
me out. I feel lonely.
There's favoritism going on, boys.
So, I think, okay, so I think the topic's going to talk about, let me just pull them up. We're going to talk about childhood video games, games grew up with, best game soundtracks, and best video game consoles, I guess. No, I just thought of these topics on top of my head.
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
All right.
so who wants to start, I guess?
Let's Henry, if you'd
Oh,
like
fuck.
to.
It's like the previous podcast. Where I'm just like thinking in my head, and it's just like, I wonder who else will go. Henry. Oh fuck. It's like, reminds me of high school. You know, when you're like, oh geez, I hope I don't get called up to the front.
Mr. Badger, would you please come up to the front of the class?
Oh dear. So yeah, what's the first thing we're knocking out of the park? Are we
I guess-
talking about?
I don't know. What topic do you want to choose? You have 3 topics, I guess. I guess we can do them.
I think I'll go childhood video games.
Okay, so
So yeah, no, I have quite the freaking obscure set of games. I'm one of those people that when you ask this question, everybody's like, "What game?" I have genuinely never heard of this game. I don't know. I just have a weird list of childhood video games. To start off, Splatterhouse for the
Ooh.
TurboGrafx 16. It's the first, technically the first like horror game that I played. Even though it's not really horror, it's more or less of a thriller. It's a side-scrolling action beat 'em up. That's very like spooky themed, I suppose would be the word. I was actually going to do a video on it for this Halloween, but unfortunately I couldn't find an emulator for it. Because it's such an obscure kind of thing, nobody really has bothered to make an emulator for it, I guess. So I'm doing another game, which kind of nice little segue here, but Ghosts and Goblins, if anybody's heard of that.
Oh,
That
I
was
have,
a
yeah.
huge thing when I was a kid. I freaking, oh
Dark
my god.
Souls of the 80s.
The Dark Souls of the babies. Yeah, no, of course I wasn't born when it came out, because I'm turning 19 next month, but like, oh geez, when I was younger, I played the crap out of that game. And it's funny because you know, my parents played it when they were kids, so it's kind of like it was just complete coincidence that we both enjoyed it at about the same time. And that whole franchise is just, I'm a huge fan of it. I've beaten them all. Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, all that jazz. I've beat them all. They
Please
are
teach
difficult.
us.
They are difficult as all hell, let me tell you. They are literally the Dark Souls of the 80s. It's 2D Dark Souls. Don't even at me. No, yeah, no, it was just one of those old games that basically is meant for the arcades that's stupidly hard, so people spend like $100 in a night just to get through the first level kind of thing. It's just one of those games. But yeah,
I've played.
sorry, you go.
Oh yeah, I've definitely played them. Not properly, like on a proper console. I had like this really crappy console plug-in thing that you just plugged into your TV and it was it. You just I don't know, you paid for like 20 quid for it or something like that. And the original Ghosts and was it Ghosts and Ghouls or Ghosts and Goblins? Because it's a
Ghosts
different
and
name.
Goblins.
Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, it was just named differently. It was called Ghosts and Ghouls. Yeah, I thought it was fun. It just kicked my ass, but my dad remembered all the levels, so we managed to get through it quite quickly. But there was no save system on the fucking plugin, so that was one big issue. But
Yeah.
I can understand it being definitely the Dark Souls of the 80s because it will kick your ass if you haven't played it.
Mm-hmm. It relies on a lot of like surprise tactics as well. Like a lot of the bosses are just like they just expect you to not know how to fight the boss, and then it just kicks your ass if you don't know. But basically, if you know the patterns, then it's just that's it. Like it's super easy. Yeah. Oof. I mentioned this in the last podcast that was never released, but Blinks. I played that as a kid on the Xbox. For anybody, I don't think either of you guys have heard of it. I don't know. I can't remember.
I've seen like the first one on Xbox One, like something like I don't know. I've heard of it, but I've not played it.
That's understandable, but yeah, no. I'll save myself from going on a huge rant about it, but yeah, I played that as a kid. Of course, Halo was huge when I was a kid.
Halo all the time. We always come back to Halo.
I know. That was the second. That was the second first-person shooter that I've ever played, and the first was actually surprisingly, it was either Doom or Turok Evolution. Oddly enough.
I think the first FPS game I played was like Wolfenstein 3D, but that was years ago.
Oh, okay, that's pretty fair.
Yeah. Halo was like the.
I didn't really.
Oh,
sorry. You go.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I didn't really play a whole lot of first-person shooters until it. Like, of course, when I was a young little kid, I didn't play first-person shooters, so it was I can't remember which year, but yeah, I played them quite not late, but early 2000s. So that's when I first started playing first-person shooters. I'm sure I've played something before, but I just can't quite remember off the top of my head. But anyway, yeah. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I was expecting. Mr. No Life to say something because you were gonna. Like I totally interrupted you, so I was expecting you to say something.
I thought you had more to say. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Basically, like my childhood was basically just a crap ton of video games. So like I could probably talk all day about all the games that I've played, but those are kind of some highlights, I suppose. Ones that are more notable and not as obvious, Like everybody's played Mario and stuff. Everybody's played, some kind of game. So I wanted to do something that like not everyone has played, I guess. But yeah.
Fair enough.
One question I've got to ask about Wolfenstein 3D though, because like the title is really confusing because it sounds like it's already an established franchise. Like it's the 3D version of Wolfenstein. Like, I don't know. Was there a 2D version?
Yeah, there was. There was originally. Not many people have played it, but in like 1986, there was like a Wolfenstein game. It was kind of like a stealth game, from what I remember. But yeah, Wolfenstein was an already established franchise, but Wolfenstein like 3D made it into like first-person shooter, and it's been first-person shooter ever since.
Ah, all right.
I
always question that.
Yeah, it's also the longest running first-person shooter series. It's still going on to this day, so yeah.
Nice,
mate.
Well, Doom's a good example as well. I mean, that was made in like 94, wasn't it? 94?
93.
93.
Yeah, but Wolfenstein 3D came out a year earlier. 1992.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting that one game came out before another.
Well, I'm just wondering because back then technology was definitely limited at the time, and I'm just wondering how they managed to get two games out on like a year apart, unless they split their development crew into like two sections.
Well, id Software back then was comprised of like 6 people, so.
Ouch.
Well, back then you didn't really need massive developers. I mean, even nowadays, Cuphead was made by like 3 developers over the course of 7 years. So yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll do you a solid. Hollow Knight was done in 6 years by 2 people and 1 composer.
Ooh.
So oof.
Well, I guess it's technically 3 people. I guess game. Technically,
yeah.
We'll exclude the composer because he wasn't an actual developer, but technically 3 people. Anyway, but still 6 years. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back then, it's just like games didn't take as long to make And because of the fact that they already had a formula established with Wolfenstein 3D, it wasn't like they were making something completely new. They already had something to build off of.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Games back then didn't take as long to get out. Like Doom 2, for example, came out 1 year after the original Doom because it was pretty much the same game.
Just different, like, structured levels.
Yeah, and a new gun and new enemies and all that stuff. Back then, development didn't take as long with video games. It only took like a year or so to make a game.
And they were actually good for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, Half-Life... I always talk about Half-Life. Half-Life was originally supposed to release in 1997, but they thought it wasn't a good enough game, so they remade the whole game, and then it came out a year later.
Damn.
Yep.
Spicy.
Back when people actually cared about making art.
That's a little
Go
too
on.
real for me.
Yeah.
It's a bit too edgy question. Ooh.
Then again, there are some games that, do take a long time, but back then, games only usually took like a couple months to a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they take like 3 or 4 years. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, look at Gears 5, 4 came out in 2016, now it's coming out, I guess, in like next year, isn't it? Or some point this year?
And Doom Eternal's coming out like 2020.
No way.
Probably is.
Shit. I was like, I can't wait to play this game next year. Oh, it comes out in 2020.
It probably... No, well, it hasn't been confirmed, but judging from previous things, like, for example, Doom 2016... gameplay was shown off at QuakeCon 2014, and then we got E3 gameplay 2015, then it released in 2016, so if it's going to follow the same formula, we got QuakeCon gameplay in 2018, we're going to get E3 gameplay in 2019, then it'll release in 2020. It'll probably follow the same formula.
Doom 2016 had some really weird development stuff, though, because
Oh, yeah, it was in development for 8 years.
Yeah, I've seen like the original footage and everything like that, and it looks like something straight out of Rage, which was one of Bethesda's lesser-known games.
It was also
And,
made by id Software.
Oh yeah, also made by id Software. Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't really a big fan of Rage. I mean, they have 2 enemy types, and this is id Software we're talking about. You have enemies that shoot at you and enemies that knife you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it wasn't okay. I thought it was very stylish in the way it looked. I thought it looked visually interesting for the most part, but like there are better post-apocalyptic first-person shooters out there.
I wonder what you could be talking about.
I actually don't know what he's talking about.
Better first post-apocalyptic shooters?
Borderlands?
I can't think of a single game franchise.
Destiny? Oh, no, not Destiny.
jeez.
Oh,
Metro?
Yeah.
Metro?
Metro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Stalker, maybe?
Stalker.
I haven't played the Stalker games, but,
Yeah.
I've heard some good
Minecraft.
things.
It's probably the best one out there.
I actually do quite like Minecraft, to be honest.
Okay, honestly, but real talk, Minecraft isn't even that bad. I played it a ton when I was a kid, so, like, I mean, yeah.
I think...
It is
when I was
good. It is good, but like I think what you've got to do is you've got to take away the the memes and
Yeah.
the whole thing around it. You're like, oh,
Hi
how
guys, welcome to Minecraft episode 12. Today we're going to be building a house out of diamonds.
Oh, jeez.
can I have
about
6
that-
likes?
oh,
Can
jeez.
we
The thing
have
about
52
that-
likes, please?
Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy XREX7217880 back
Hey.
at you with another episode. Make sure to join my free gift card giveaway, but also smash that motherfucking like button, subscribe, and make sure to leave a nice comment. Only nice comments, please, because otherwise my mom will read the comments and ban me from my Xbox.
Phil, get the ban hammer.
Oh, speaking of which, like, Game of Text on Xbox Live used to be, like, so stupid. It used to be, like, XX into the darkness, 420XX out of the darkness.
Yeah.
XXX, triple X, no scope 360.
I mean, I've had mine for like 8 years at this point. Don't reveal it because I don't want people spamming me.
I
with
don't even know
messages or
yours.
whatever. Good. It doesn't matter.
Nobody knows
yeah,
mine.
I've had mine for like. Well, I know. I don't know yours either.
Yeah.
I've had mine for like 8 years, and all the different kinds of names I've come across was just weird. I remember just befriending one dude just called Toast. Literally, his gamer tag was just called Toast.
Well, it's better than
I went-
XX into the darkness, XX out of the darkness, 420 blaze it, 360 no scope.
Or XXX, your mum 69 XXXX. With a Z at the end. Just a
Yeah.
random little Z. You know. That was the late 2000s for you, because people just wanted to just create whatever the hell they want, so they just went with it.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah.
weird.
I guess it's your question. I guess it's your turn now.
Oh no, not my turn. I can't be doing this. So games I grew up with, well, Doom's obviously. I talked about Doom and Wolfenstein. I grew up playing those games. They're pretty fun. I still play them a lot to like this day. I replay like the original Doom like all the time. I can beat like the entire game in just like 3 hours. Like whenever I feel bored, I'm just like blast through Doom. It's fun. I think Doom 2 was a better game. I think it just improved on like the original game. I do have one sec. I'll look at other things here. Oh, I'm sure there's actually another game. I'm sure we've all played this. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A lot of people don't talk about the first one though, which is kind of a shame. But I think that was just more of a starting point.
Yeah, I think that's because the second one is just like way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the first one isn't even on Steam. Second one is though.
That is true.
Ouch.
Ouch. It's also quick. I like the thing is with me, I didn't grow up in the 90s, but I grew up playing a lot of 90s games, so there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pokemon. Oh man. Pokemon first gen. Oh, I remember that.
Am I the only one here that never really played a single Pokemon game, or didn't even play the cards?
Oof.
I used to play a lot of Pokemon, but I got sick of it because each game was just pretty much the same thing. So
Yeah, it's like new world, new area, similar game, but just with a few new things. But
like-
yeah, no, I totally understand.
and Pokemon Go died out in a year because it was crap.
Oof.
Like the only card game I remember playing in my really young years was fucking Top Trumps.
Damn it!
Incredibles.
Oh my gosh.
The
I remember
Incredibles
Top
edition.
Trumps. I remember Top Trumps. Oh my
I was
god.
hoping you would say Yu-Gi-Oh! Man, you disappointed me.
Nah, fuck that anime shit. Joking.
How dare you? I'm gonna have my Mexican friend come to your house and kill you, man. Hey, puto, get over to my house, yeah, man.
Jeez.
There he is, man.
Demonetized.
Demonetized because I do Mexican joke even though it's not meant to be taken seriously. Hey, puto.
Puta madre.
Yeah, this is man, this the bitch.
Amigo.
We were talking about video games. Now we're just doing accents. Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, so
Alright.
I don't know. What other games did I grow up with? I guess I'll do like one more before I'll pass it on to you. What other ones? Half-Life. Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Doing a video on Half-Life.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I am. No, in fact, it's going to be even longer than the Max Payne 2 video, because I'm not only doing Half-Life, I'm doing the expansion packs as well, because I asked on Twitter, hey, do you want me to do the expansion packs? Everyone wants me to do the expansion packs, so...
I voted for that on Twitter. I was like, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, which means it's probably going to be over an hour long, so, yeah, thank you, guys. It's going to be torture for me. Yeah.
Well, you could do them separately.
Nah, do them
Unless
all
there's
in one
not
video.
enough content.
Do them all in one video, nah.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just
so
make sure you got good internet.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna pass the mic over to Henry. Whatever games
wait.
you grew up with.
Oh shit. Shit. Okay. Well. Gotta think fast, boys. Basically just a bunch of games on. Like one of my first game systems was the TurboGrafx 16. People say it's like one of the worst game systems you could ever get ever. Like it's just people say it's just a terrible game system. But ironically, it was one of the first game systems that I ever got as a kid. Like of course I played other classics, you know, like Nintendo 64 and all that jazz. But one of the first game systems was the TurboGrafx 16, and then it was the I think the Nintendo 64, and then something else, and then of course the original Xbox. Is it just me? Like, I don't mean to, diss people who play Xbox, but my Xbox is literally just my Halo machine at this point. It's just my Halo machine. It's just my Halo box. Like, everything else I just play on PC.
Yeah, fair enough.
Personal preference, I guess, and there's nothing wrong about that, really.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be ridiculed just because you play. Shush. We're not getting into debates about about console race and everything like that. Stop.
This is a serious issue, guys. The console race.
It's all
Let's
about
talk
preference.
about that.
No, I was making. I didn't even think you'd hear me. I was just like, PC Master Race.
Oh no! As soon as I can hear someone say PC Master Race like a mile away.
Oh,
I
jeez.
just heard someone say it. Shit.
We just start whisper like silently dissing each other. It's like,
Yeah.
douchebag. Oh, sorry, I just have a cold.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite ill. Console president.
Do you know what I think is? Do you know what I think is the best console ever made?
What?
Nintendo's Virtual Boy.
Are you serious?
I'm deteriorating.
That's it. I'm gonna kill myself now. Yeah.
We all know it's the better console.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it has like 5 games. Yeah. I think Angry Video Game Nerd said it best. I'm holding the entire library of Virtual Boy games in my one hand. Yeah. That was a good episode.
No, but I'm joking. I'm joking. Like, that console's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're going to move on to video game consoles then. Great transition. So, Henry.
Oh shit! Again.
Every single time, it's just I don't want to
Let
talk.
me, hands down though, another game, we just mentioned it, but a game that I played when I was younger, definitely Star Wars Battlefront 2. I love getting my ass kicked by friends that were like noticeably better pilots than me. That was always fun. There's actually still like a community going around for that, with like private servers and stuff that you can join. It's pretty fun. On PC, it's pretty.
I do have the PC version, but like, even though I've got like a really strong internet, like every time I join, the lag is just ridiculous. I don't know if it's because they're on different servers or like from different countries and stuff like that, or regions, but
Yeah.
it's just abysmal. You might as well
That's
just play
usually-
with bots.
Yeah, you're not the only
That's
one.
usually the case.
It's pretty much universal. Like when they like relaunched the servers, like it pretty much worked for like nobody. So it's probably not you. It's probably just the game itself, netcode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
Well, it's still
Yeah,
worth it
but
for
then
the
I-
single player.
Yeah,
There's nothing
but then I
better,
just
though.
bought it on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, then I just bought it on through backwards compatibility, which hopefully we talk about later because I got a few things to bloody say.
Yeah, backwards compatibility. There's a couple things we want.
Yes, but
Guys, can we
I
get
wonder.
Honey Pop backwards compatible?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh heck yeah. Oh dear.
I'm actually doing a video on Honey Pop.
can we get Shadow the Hedgehog on backwards compatibility?
Oh, I remember playing that game when it first came out.
Oh,
I
guys.
actually,
Like even back then, I was like, Jesus, this is fucking edgy.
I actually do legitimately like that game though.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
I
just-
can understand people's flaws with it, but damn,
Oh, jeez.
is it not fun?
It's like one of the edgiest games ever.
I remember like there was this glitch where you could just straight up fall through the map if you jumped a little too much or something like that. I can't remember. It was like it was either Sonic. I'm pretty sure it was Shadow the Hedgehog. It was either that or Sonic Heroes, but you just kept falling through the map. It happened to me
Damn.
so frequently. Damn, just falls off into the abyss. Damn.
You know what? One of the most disturbing things about that game was that one of the weapons that you could pick up was a combat knife.
Yeah.
Like a
remember
US military combat knife, and I'm just like, ooh, boys, we're in deep shit now.
No, the only
I
thing that'd be
remember,
the only thing that'd be worse is if he was to pick up like some. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say it. That's actually inappropriate. I probably shouldn't say
The
that.
severed arm of a soldier or something to beat the alien's eyes in or something.
No, he
Jeez.
should have taken a dildo out and just whacked people to death with it.
Oh, that's right.
Instantly rated 18.
Saints Row's the third star, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like the clown car from Saints Row 2 just pulls up and like infinite enemies, I guess. Honestly, I hate the clown car from Saints Row 2.
That's fair.
I have Saints. I'm looking at Saints Row 2 right now, but I've never played it. I've always had it.
What?
I've never played it.
Right.
I am not kidding.
Right, I think my Mexican friend. I'm gonna hire the bounty. Hey, puto is now for 50 million.
Oh jeez.
I can give it a burrito.
All right.
All right.
Moving on.
I don't mind taking the next question. Honestly, I don't.
Okay, so the next
That's fair.
is best video game console, I guess. So Baggy, you go first.
I personally don't believe there is such thing as the best video game console. Like, I think it's all down to preferences.
Well, name some
If
of
you
the best.
think, the GameCube,
Yeah.
the PlayStation 1, the Xbox 360, I think those are some of the better ones.
What about the
That makes any
1950s
sense.
telescopes?
Oh yeah, man, I played that shit daily. I played that shit 24/7.
Well, what about the ColecoVision?
Oh god.
The television. I'm laughing way too much.
Well, we're having fun. It's a podcast. Let's just have fun with this.
Yeah.
Just be thankful we didn't get FouseyTube up in here.
Oh. Great.
But going back to the topic at hand. No, I don't think there is such thing as a better platform to play on. Like, again, it's all down to preferences. It's how you want to play it, and you shouldn't make debates really. But I guess that's just I guess that's just human nature for us to do that. Is just to debate and argue over the most minute fucking things.
Slight hint at feminist culture.
But like, if you want to know like, what my first console was, it was definitely the GameCube. That was one of my first consoles I ever got, and they ended up playing, being introduced to Mario and Sonic, which was through Sunshine and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Those games are brilliant, and I still have those copies. I mean, I could just pull out my drawer right now, and they're right there. I think those games are great. They haven't aged well in some aspects, but they are fun games, and I would like it if Nintendo did release both games on the Switch. Since, I guess, would you class Sonic as a Nintendo property now? Even though it is kind of still in Sega's hands.
Well, he's kind of open property. He's been on the Xbox as well, so...
Oh, good. I can finally have my Halo and Sonic crossover.
Oh dear.
The one thing I always wanted.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh,
Oh jeez.
Right.
But, it's all down to preferences, really, in
Yeah.
terms of what console is the best.
I'd say... I'm just going to go with the console I mostly grew up with. I'm just going to say the PlayStation 2.
Raiden, turn the game console off.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
Mhm.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Absolutely.
I bet you must
solid.
have shit yourself. I bet you must have shit yourself when it came to that part, because, like, wait, what? I got to turn my game console off? What the hell?
Yeah. No, it's funny to think that game came out in 2001. Without getting political, just funny that game came out in 2001 and it's kind of representing modern day culture.
I actually made a tweet. I actually made a tweet about that. I think some of you guys saw that.
I think I did.
Yeah, Kojima was definitely on crack. He was definitely on crack, and he had a DeLorean just
Yeah.
to see what kind of world.
Well, isn't Hideo Kojima always on crack? I mean, he's doing Death Stranding, which just looks like a crack addict.
I mean, that movie just looks straight up like something, I don't know.
Movie?
I don't know. Movie, shit. Well, you could kind of class it as a movie because, fucking long-ass cutscenes.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't... People are excited of that game. I don't get it. We haven't seen anything. All we've seen is just a character walking around and crouching.
Honestly, I feel like Death Stranding is one of those games that's just kind of like one person said it's gonna be good, so now everybody feels obligated to be like, "Oh, it's gonna be great," and then everybody's just like circle jerking each other about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be great," even though it's just like a complete mystery as to what the game even is.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. We like
nobody
mystery.
knows what it's about. It could literally be like a metaphor for somebody working at McDonald's. Like, we do not know. We literally have no clue what this game could be about, and people are like, "Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be game of the year, game of the century."
No,
It's just kind of, it's like one of those things where it's like, a critic watches a movie and says, "Oh, it's a very intelligent metaphor for modern society," and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, no, it's just oh yeah, it's fucking great. It's the best movie ever." But they like don't fully understand what the critic was even talking about, but they just want to sound intelligent as well because that other guy's saying that it's good. So,
As you
like,
can see,
Let the dick sucking competition commence.
it's like that Rick and Morty scene where it's like the Jerrys are like shaking each other's hand. It's just like that. That's basically what's going on.
As you
Everybody's
can-
just shaking each other's hand.
as you can clearly see from this scene, this character inserts a key into a keyhole. This is supposed to represent sex.
Yeah, and I feel like there's already a few of those, but just YouTube channels that are like way too overly analytical
Yeah.
about the game and just be like, "Oh, this is actually a for and there's just they're just it's just gonna be dumb. People are just gonna be rambling about random stuff.
If I can like add a comment here, I definitely do think that game is targeted to a certain group of people. I don't think whatever the game is, I don't think that for the general audience, a lot of people are going to get it. I think that game is just solely made for a specific group of people.
Like, I don't
It's-
think it's gonna be. Oh, sorry, you go.
It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this movie. It's a great film. It's called A Cure for Wellness. It was made by Gore Verbinski, who directed the Pirates of the Caribbean films
Yeah.
and the Ring remake. That film is weird. It's definitely not for the general audience.
I heard it's kind
even-
of like Shutter Island in a
So
way.
you're basically saying it's for people who are complete weirdos.
No, not weirdos.
I'm just saying.
I think,
I'm just joking.
that movie is great, like seriously, but there's some messed up stuff in there near the end. But it's I think I'm gonna get the same sort of reaction, even though I don't have a PlayStation. But in general, I think the reaction is that it's going to be solely made for a certain type of group with certain type of people. I don't think it's going to become a huge success.
I don't
Yeah.
think
You
it's
get what
gonna
I
be a bad game. I don't think it's gonna
No,
be a bad
no.
Yeah.
I don't even know
It's
what
going to
game
be
it's
very
going to be.
divisive.
Like, that's the thing. I like having games be a mystery. Like, obviously, you don't want to reveal everything, but if you're not revealing enough to the point where I don't even know what the game is, like, how am I supposed to get excited for a game? I don't even know what the game is.
That is true,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know what Kojima is really doing. I mean, like, I respect the man, like,
Yeah,
100%,
respect for that, man.
and I am.
Respect.
I generally do though, because
I
like
know.
the stuff that he's managed to pull is just ridiculous, and especially in video games and all that sort of business. But we need more information. Oh, that game wasn't that bad. Come on, it just had a fuck ton of cutscenes.
No, MGS4, like, controversial opinion here. I think MGS4 is the worst in the series.
It's definitely. It's definitely like tonally different from MGS2 and 3, but I mean, it was meant to be the conclusion. It was meant to be the final, Metal Gear at that time. But then Kojima decided to go on to make portable games for a while, and then made MGS5. So but I don't think that game is terrible by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the fact that game is just 75% movie and 25% game.
And the
is
game isn't
just,
really all that fun, to be honest.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, if there was a way that maybe he could, like, I don't know, like, go back in time and sort of shorten the cutscene length and maybe just sort out some of the unnecessary plot holes, then I think the game would be brilliant for a general audience. But I've seen people do reviews on that game, and they say, if you want to jump in the series, this is not the game to jump on at all. If anything, go
That's kind
to
of obvious.
yeah,
I
go
mean-
to Metal Gear 3. Like that's what everyone's been saying. Go to Metal Gear 3 if you want to get started.
I'm just gonna say this right now. All right, if you're new to a series and your first installment is like the 4th in the series, probably not a good idea. That's 3 entire games of story you're just gonna completely miss and go over your head because you didn't experience it.
Well, it's kind of like saying, Metal Gear Solid 3 was my first Metal Gear, but wait, it's the third one. No, it's actually technically the prequel.
Yeah,
Which I hate it when people do that. It's like, oh, we're calling Red Dead Redemption 2, the 2, but it's actually a prequel to the first game. It's like
You're forgetting
that's
about
confusing.
Godfather
Just call
2. That was a prequel.
I've never played that.
Talk about the movie.
I've never even watched The Godfather. Sorry.
Henry, you know what this means? Hey, puto! The bounty's gone up by 100 billion!
Do you know, I'm expecting when this video goes up that when you edit it, you're just gonna have like a really shitty drawn Mexican.
No, what I'm gonna do. I sent this one video of this. When they were filming Back to the Future, they had this one thing where they had him dress up as a Mexican, and he's Mexican Marty McFly, and he's just like, "Hey puto, this is man, this the beat." I'm just gonna have that. Like whenever I do the Mexican accent, I'm just gonna have Mexican Marty McFly.
That clip was
Seriously, have
brilliant.
you never seen The Godfather?
No, and even though I'm studying film, I haven't got to the Godfather films yet.
Do it,
Yeah,
or
I've been tempting to buy them because I've seen them like CEX for like I don't know, like the entire box set for like £5.
Huh.
Right.
But I just never picked it up.
Oh no,
This is troubling news.
troubling news. This
Hey,
advertisement.
I'm casual, okay? I'm a casual nerd.
This advertisement is for all the people out there who have not watched The Godfather. This is a unfortunate disease. Please, just buy the first and second movie for them, please.
And if FusiTube just comes out of please, it's good in all of us.
Hey, puto, get this man Godfather. Okay,
Hey,
enough.
puto, would you like a side order of The Godfather?
Okay, I think I'm done with that now. For now.
We have definitely got off on a tangent. Jesus Christ.
All right, so I think the next topic, if we're done with that topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next topic was going to be the best video game soundtracks, I guess.
Ooh.
Well, I think it's pretty fucking obvious. Do you want to know?
Honey Pop.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man, solid answer.
I was going to say Max Payne 3. Ooh, trigger word.
Hey, puto, it's gonna be 1 billion now.
No, but like I think with me, or at least, like I think you already know what my answer is.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's Pac-Man.
Yeah.
It's Pong, actually.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, I love that. Doot, doot, doot.
No, I know what it is.
Such a...
I know what it is.
What
What
is
it
it?
is, it's Eminem's new Venom song.
Fuck off.
Oof.
Venom, 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 venom. Like I can't
No,
hear what you're saying, dude.
No, like the
Venom,
whole.
venom.
Okay, slight tangent. Okay, I did enjoy Venom, but like that song, the whole thing just sounded like he's just going Venom. Let's go get him.
Oh my.
Knock, knock. Let the devil in.
Knock, knock. It's FBI.
It's just a Mexican venom.
Hey, puto, knock, knock. Let the Venom in, man. No,
I'm so sorry, Henry.
when Venom comes out on Blu-ray, I swear I will do this. I will make a Mexican dub of Venom. Eddie, Hey man, you can't just go around eating people, okay? There are good people in the world, okay? You will be the arm. Hey, listen here, boy. You will be.
That sounded more like Indian. Jesus.
Indian dub, okay, fine. Hey, puto, man, you can't be stealing from the shop. You get out of here, otherwise I'll rip your arms and legs off, man. I'll rip your flesh off your face, man.
Oh, this is too funny. Oh, deep breaths now. Oh, wait, that's something wrong.
Oh, no. I like how Henry's just staying silent. He's probably like, I'm just imagining.
I'm just
Oop.
ready to die.
No, I'm imagining. What I'm imagining.
No joking.
I imagine Henry is just like sitting, and he's standing on the chair. Right, he's got the noose already tied up, and he's just waiting for us to shut up, so he can just be like, "Goodbye, guys."
So you can just hear the chair kicking, kink.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Clunk. Oh, dearie me.
I think Henry has just gone to this joke's gone off. This joke's backfired. Fuck it.
No, do it. Say the joke. Say it, boy.
Oh man. But yeah, maybe we'll talk about Venom like in a couple of minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
All right, so best video game soundtracks. Okay, let's be serious now. Okay, one pick for me, Half-Life 2.
That's fair.
Yep. I think the main thing of Half-Life 2 is that there isn't really too many soundtracks out there like Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 has a very kind of distinctive sound to it. It's kind of like a mix of like techno with like electronic kind of stuff and maybe some orchestral stuff, you know. And I don't know, I just think that it just mixes quite well and it just fits kind of the world it's in. And I like how like some tracks are supposed to kind of represent like actual like sounds like in the world and like what the world would sound like. Like some sex, what?
Oh, hey, Gordon.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, but I just think like the way they implement like the sound tracks and like the music quite well, and it just works, and like it's like perfectly paced, and they only last like 2 to 3 minutes, and you're only in combat for like 2 to 3 minutes, so it like fits out pretty well. And there's like some moments that pump you up, some moments that are supposed to be like atmospheric. There is quite I just hit the mic. There is quite a variety there. So I think Half-Life 2 has an amazing soundtrack. One of my favorites.
I think I can't remember, but it's definitely I think it's like on the Borealis track or something like that. I don't know. It's the one where Winston gets hit.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's cheesy, but it's still
like,
good.
Yeah, like at the end of it, you hear like these trains sound like this, or something like that. I don't know, but like,
yeah,
I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Like it's replicating, like,
yeah,
it's representing,
like
the area.
Like this one track in the game, it's called CP Violation. I know like the sound, I know like all the tracks off by heart. The music at the start kind of sounds like a Geiger counter, you know, like radiation, all that stuff, which works quite well because at the start of the game you're in like very hazardous environments and you know a lot of radiation, so it works quite well.
Yeah,
I would say.
I fucking hate that. I hate that level, but you know.
I know. I mean, like there's I don't know. There's only like 1 or 2 chapters about in Half-Life 2 that I don't like. I'd say mostly the game has held up well 14 years later.
Yeah, and you know, we'll never see a third one. Henry, what about you?
All right, Henry, name a good soundtrack quickly.
So for soundtracks, an amazing soundtrack, and I know I talk about this game a lot. Hollow Knight, hands down. It has a beautiful soundtrack, and it is, oh my gosh, it's just so good.
I haven't played the game myself, but I've listened to it. Yeah, the soundtrack sounds really good.
Yeah. Like, especially when you play the game, because the music ties a lot with the game, and like the bosses and the characters. So there's like Lembetovs and what's the word, like frickin' melodies that mix with the game, so it creates more of like very few of the characters actually talk, but like the music talks for you.
That's
speaking. Yeah. So like for some areas you'll hear like the motif or the melody of another character, and then you'll realize that there's like connection between these two areas or these characters and stuff. So
good choice. There is actually something I did want to say, because you said it. Then I'll pick up on it later. I'll let Baggy go first, but I'll just let Baggy get to it. So Baggy, you choose a good soundtrack. That isn't Halo.
It's all right. I would say Modern Warfare 2.
That isn't Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm just joking. Modern Warfare 2 is a good soundtrack.
Yeah, I feel like some of the certain tracks in that game you could just put over anything. I don't know, like if you heard like the Waterfall soundtrack, when you're chasing Shepard and everything like that, and that music like plays. I don't know if you've heard that.
Yeah,
song,
I've heard it.
like,
I've
on
played
its own.
Modern Warfare 2 a couple times.
You could just put that track over, I don't know, like Sonic the Hedgehog gameplay, and it would just fit perfectly.
Well, okay, you say you can put it over anything, all right? You know what we'll do? We'll put it over a game of chess
itself.
Yeah. No, what we'll do? We'll put it over a bunch of toddlers playing with Spider-Man action figures.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to try that. I'll do that at the end of the podcast. I'll just have a bunch of toddlers playing with Spider-Man figures. I'll put that music over it. See if it fits.
I'll link it to you just in case you don't know. I'll link it to you just anyway. But no, I think Modern Warfare 2 soundtrack is a big step up from the first one. Even though the first game's soundtrack, composed by Harry Gregson Williams, I think that's his name.
Long name.
Yeah, he made the Metal Gear music. There's just something about Modern Warfare 2 soundtrack that I just find so, I don't know, like intriguing, I guess. Like, there's something about it. I just can't really explain it, but like every time a certain track comes on, like you feel it. Like you feel what's going on. Like, when you're shooting all the people in the airport and you hear that or whatever it was. Like it really does set the tone like really well, because like you're shooting a bunch of people, so let's put some threatening music, But yeah, I haven't got the soundtrack myself, but I do have a few tracks on my phone that I bought separately without buying the entire soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I listen to it when I'm walking in my town, or hell, during college. And
during college, during college classes, you listen to the same music you listen to when you shoot up a bunch of innocent people. All right, guys?
Oh, God, no,
I'm joking. Don't take me seriously. I'm the same guy who refunded the beginner's guide, and my reason, like, I posted a thing a few months ago saying this is why you shouldn't take me seriously. It's a picture of me refunding the beginner's guide, and I said because it doesn't have enough boobs and violence and guns, so I refunded it, so you know.
Yeah.
Don't take me seriously.
Oh, no, I knew you meant...
I'm just saying this to all the viewers, with the whole puto thing. Hey, puto! No, don't take that seriously.
No, I'm not that stupid, fucking hell.
Yeah. It's only a joke,
but,
man.
It's only a joke, bloody hell.
Maybe I should do Australian.
What about you, Henry? Like, what can you add to the awesomeness that is the Modern Warfare 2 soundtrack?
It's pretty good. That's
pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. I think it's good. It's. I think a lot of the things that I would have said have already been said. So,
Yeah.
I laugh because like you asked what Henry thinks of it, and the first thing we hear from him is just
lip smack.
Yep.
Do you know what, like I knew a few people who constantly like lip slap like every time, so they're like, so did you hear about my Snapchat? Oh, just fucking hate him.
This
is
is why
grapefruit thing.
This is why you drink water when you record.
I'm drinking coffee, so I'm like really dehydrated.
I'm drinking water.
I guess onto the next subject. I got fuck all. Like I need to go shopping tomorrow. I guess onto the next subject then.
Next subject. Oh, I thought we were going to talk about other soundtracks, but okay then.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Did Henry get his?
Yeah,
Yeah, he said Hot Light.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so does anyone want to go next for soundtrack?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
All right, we'll do one more. This soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Honey Pop.
Oh god, fucking damn it.
Wait, what?
Honey Pop.
I have never heard of it.
Right, Honey Pop. Let me explain it to you, okay? Honey Pop is a game. It's basically one of those match 3 games where you match 3 items together, right? It's a pretty fun game.
A lewd Candy Crush.
It's a lewd Candy Crush where you try you go on a bunch of dates with anime women and you try to fuck anime women.
Damn, where can I sign up?
You can buy it on Steam. I have the uncensored version.
Oh
What a
dear.
champ. What a champ.
What a boy. What an absolute lad.
Yeah, it's so
What an absolute lad.
because there's like some stuff in that game that is just straight up porn. So yeah, they had to censor a lot of it.
Well, it's anime. What do you expect?
It's Japan, what do you expect?
Different cultures, I guess. I don't diss anyone, but
Yeah.
unless there's a 60-year-old man doing some questionable things over his waifu pillow.
No, it's funny because the kind of stuff we consider weird over here, Japan would just be like, oh, that's normal. That's just an everyday life.
You
Oh,
mean
he's-
my next door neighbor? Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, he's cutting up his waifu body pillow and putting flashlights in it. That's normal. We see guys doing that all the time.
I put Nutella over my waifu pillow. How about you?
Oh jeez. Well, I mean, they say Nutella is good on everything, so I mean,
Yay!
I saw somebody eat guacamole and Nutella, or yeah, yeah,
Right.
Newts. How's it said? Like, how do you guys say it? Like Nutella, Nutella, Natalia, Natalia.
Nutella? That's
Oh, man,
really
hold on.
dodgy.
Hey, puto, over in Mexico, we say it like Nutella, man. Hey, Venom, my puto, how you doing, boy? Oh, man, your teeth are looking good. You been to the dentist lately?
Oh, we just have the red of Jamaican. Come on,
Jeez.
join me in my crib, man. Come join my brother Jerome. We're getting high as a coit, man.
Jesus, what are we doing with our lives? Okay, so I guess
We are doing comedy.
we are Venom, yes.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, Venom was actually pretty good, but okay. What was next thing we were going to talk about? Backwards compatible games? I think it was, Maggie.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need the orgasm.
Right, we got some questions. So, I would definitely like the Matrix Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix on backwards compatibility. It's not that fucking hard, Atari. Just look at my messages. But also look at Mr. No Life's messages because he's been helping me. It is so fucking simple to get these games on the Xbox. You just gotta talk to Xbox, go onto a round table, and discuss it. It is so fucking simple. Christ.
Why
I've been making petitions.
I'll check the petition right now, actually. I'm just going to check that.
It's got about 10 votes.
Hey, you know what? That's 10 votes more than nothing. Gotta start somewhere.
Alright, let's see. I'm going to check it. Moment of truth. How much does it have? It has 10.
Yeah. But no, like I really do think that those games should be backwards compatible because if I can get a bunch of developers who made prior Godzilla games to put their Godzilla games on Xbox through either a HD collection or backwards compatibility, then I sure as hell can do it with the Matrix game. Even though Shiny Entertainment doesn't exist anymore.
They made Earthworm Jim. Goodbye, Shiny.
Yeah, they made it for Jim. Groovy.
Yeah.
Rip Jim.
Like, if anyone knows, like, if anyone can like find some of the developers from Shiny Entertainment on like Twitter or anything like that, I would be honored to just talk to them, just to say, hey, look, can you maybe contact Atari, say, maybe get them to talk with Xbox, because Atari does have a good relation with Xbox because they put the Ghostbusters games on there. So if they can put Ghostbusters, the video game, 2009 one, a very obscure game, onto backwards compatibility, they can sure as hell do it with the Matrix games. I don't see...
Just remaster the Matrix games. There you go. Just remaster them.
Yeah, but that's like using time and resources. You could just.
Well, what else are they
make
doing
the
with
games.
their time and resources?
Pardon?
What else are they doing with their time and resources?
Fuck all. Atari don't release anything.
Yeah, exactly. So what are they going to do?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Just talk to Microsoft, really. Just to say, hey, look, we got a license that hasn't been talked about for 14 years until some scruffy bastard named Noble Warpmaster constantly nagged us. Can you please put these games on your damn console so this kid could just shut the fuck up?
I mean, what he could do otherwise, he could just go back to the original Xbox and play them, or he could just emulate them and play them, but, whatever, we'll have them backwards. I'm just joking.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to sign the petition, for those of you who are watching, I'm happy for you to. If you don't want to, but you want to, if you know someone who does want to sign it, or just has an interest in the games in general, share it with them.
Yeah, my putos, you better sign it, otherwise I'm gonna have my boy Flimsy Dick over here. He's gonna slap all your dicks off, alright, man?
Oh
my. Alright, on to you then, No Life. What games are backwards compatible?
What games do I want backwards compatible? Trying to think. Oh, I know one game we could have backwards.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised, but go on.
I know what games we could have backwards compatible, okay? Fear.
Oh my.
Right?
Oh, wait, what?
Fear. Make that game...
Okay, I thought you were going to say Max Payne, but okay.
Oh, jeez, man. I was going to say those games, but then again, with those games, I mostly play them on PC. They were built for PCs or whatever. But yeah, Fear. Make that backwards compatible. Everyone needs to play that game, and everyone needs to play Max Payne. Make the first two backwards compatible. Fuck the third game. Make the first...
No, make the third one, please.
Hey, puto, make sure the third one doesn't get backwards compatible, man. Venom will chew your dick off.
We will eat both your arms, both your legs, and your little pee-pee in your trousers.
Jeez, that Mexican dub's gonna be dark. But yeah, make Max Payne 1 and 2 backwards compatible, man. Okay? And make Fear backwards compatible. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask my flimsy duck over here, and he's gonna come over to your offices, and he put a cap in your ass. He's gonna put his puto inside your puto.
Ooh.
Kinky.
Get the straps, boys.
Oh, jeez. We're going in!
No, I heard that joke like a while ago. Like, what does the penis say to the condom? Cover me, I'm going in. Jeez. I think we're getting way too dark with these jokes. But yeah, guys, seriously. Fear, amazing game, right? Max Payne 1 and 2, even more amazing games. Make them more make them backwards compatible, okay, please? Seriously?
It's not fucking hard. Just talk to Microsoft.
Or just get both. Or just get all 3 games on PC instead. That's way better. Yeah, you got mods as well.
Alright, well, I have my shotgun here. If you talk about PC Master Race, I'm gonna shoot your ass. So shush it.
Plus the game's run at 60 frames per second at any kind of...
Say it one more time.
Hey, man, you can't beat me, puto. I'll use puto as human shield, man. You can't beat me.
Oh, God. We apologize, but we don't mean to be the stereotypical of Mexican people.
Don't worry, I'll be a stereotypical of Australian people. I'll piss them off next. G'day, mate. I'm the crocodile hunter.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because some of my family members are Australian. But they're not snowflakes.
Yeah, I know. Don't take whatever I say seriously. Aye, mate, I'm the crocodile hunter. You see that crocodile over there? I'm gonna stick my thumb in its bummo.
right, mate. Let's go to the swamps. First one to fucking die from crocs wins.
Aye, boy, yeah.
Mate. Oh, my God.
I can't even keep a straight face. Oh, my...
Alright, didgeridoo. Wallaby.
Oh, my, I was in the shit. It's too funny, I can't even say it without cracking.
Oh, mate. Let's snuggle up with some koala bears. Last one to get chlamydia wins.
I'm gonna die.
jeez.
I'm gonna die.
It's like, I think it's like 70% of all koala bears have chlamydia, so that's why I made that joke.
Oh,
Last one
Miles
to
is...
get chlamydia wins.
Oh, oh my, over there. I can't even say it's too funny.
We apologise. We are experiencing technical difficulties. We apologise for these terrible.
Jesus. Goodness.
Guys,
Casualty, hold extra revive.
Oh my God.
okay, I'm gonna wait until I calm down. I'm gonna calm down for a second.
Please tell me the mic is getting all of this.
What?
Please tell me the mic is getting all of this.
It is, yes, it is getting all of this.
Oh, thank God.
Good night, mate. I was in the shower, and then I went for a shit on the toilet, right, and a crocodile, massive ass crocodile, right, he's about 6'9", okay, comes through my fucking window, right, guess what he does? He bites my dick right off. And I didn't like that. Jeez, man, I think it was a Mexican crocodile. Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I think I'm dead.
Says I don't mean to like go into like dark stuff, but like, did you guys ever used to watch Steve Irwin and all that sort of business?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I miss that man. I really do.
Yes.
Like, it's unfortunate what happened to him, honestly, but you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would make a very dark joke, but I'm a respectful human being.
Yeah, yeah.
We've already damaged enough people. We've already pissed off enough people. Okay.
But
So yeah, backwards compatible. Make Max Payne 1 and 2 and Fear backwards compatible, please. Seriously, I'd love it if you did it.
do it with the Matrix games, Atari, or you're forced to take the red pill, and you ain't gonna like what you see. You're gonna be fucked.
I like that you can take the blue pill in that game and it just ends.
I'm sorry, Neo, you won't be joining us. Trinity, snap his neck.
Oh, jeez. Fastest speedrunning gaming.
Fastest speedrunning gaming. No, it's like, you don't even play the game at all. You just like, they reenact the scene from the movie and just like, oh yeah, you take the blue pill, right, you get an erection all day because it's Viagra, I switched these out for Viagra. Right, and take the red pill, oh wait, this is just a gummy bear. Right, listen Ian, okay, you know what I would say? Okay, you know what I'd say if Morpheus asked me if I take the blue pill or the red pill? Sorry mate, I don't know where your hands have been, I'm not touching that shit.
Oh, dude, I really want you to like edit this, like for like the scene in Path of Neo when he's talking, just like sync it to your audio. It's...
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, that would be so funny.
Yeah. You're all no. I
He's
do.
offering him different pills.
No,
And he's like, if you're feeling kind of sick, got nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, you know, you got the pill, you got the red pill, but Pepto-Bismol, we got some Pepto-Bismol. You want some of that? Oh, jeez. They're offering him different stuff, and it's just, oh, jeez.
No,
we got some toast. We're making some toast. You know, we got a pot of coffee going.
No, what I think I should do the Mexican dub. Okay, I'll do it right here. Okay, here we go. Mexican Morpheus, alright? Hey, puto. Hey, man. Look, you take the blue pill, you have erection all day, man. Oh, man, your peanut's gonna be stuck in your pants. You gotta walk around in public like that, man.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, man. Okay, and you take the red pill, alright? Okay, you know what happens when you take the red pill? Okay? You pass out, and then I'm gonna lay...
Oh, jeez.
You're gonna pass out, man, and when you wake up, you feel like you're in the Matrix, man. You wake up, man, and you...
Oh, I didn't know we had...
You wake up and you'll be bald, you have no hair, you'll be bald Keanu Reeves, man. Who wants to be bald? You'll be like
His
Patrick
kidneys
Stewart in
will be
X-Men.
Just cuts to a still image of a bald Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, remember that, man? And then his hair grew out in like 5 minutes, man. Jeez, how fast his hair grow, man? I want hair grow products, man.
And here we have the Scottish Mr. No Life. It just sounds Scottish from my end.
Alright, great. Oh, right, you want me to do Scottish? Great Scot, laddie, alright? So, what I'm going to do, okay, Morpheus, if you don't stop, shut up about the pills, I'll come over there and I'll kick your ass.
Oh my.
What? What are we even doing now?
That specky bastard took all my lands of coke.
I know, maybe I could do Irish. I mean, let me get into Irish accent. Welcome to Ireland. How you doing, Neil?
Oh God. Here's the thing, people. This is only jokes, okay? Don't be special snowflakes. If you're a special snowflake, take a fucking seat, sit in the corner, and think about your life.
Welcome, Neil. Welcome to my fucking house. It looks like a haunted house. Jeez. No. I saw this one edit of the film. All right. He says take the red pill. Neo takes the red pill, and he just closes his hand, opens up again, and says take the red pill.
Oh yeah. That's Alpha Hawk. That's his name. He's YouTube poop.
And then he does like 3 blue pills. Take the blue pill. Take the blue pill. Take the blue pill. Why are we even talking about the Matrix? I don't know.
Take off your shirt.
I'm not taking off my shirt, man.
No.
I know what you're referencing. I know.
Yeah. All right. So
No, I think-
Henry, what do you want? Oh,
I think that was. I'm just gonna assume that wasn't in the script. I'm just gonna assume they just really wanted to see Keanu Reeves' abs.
all right. So Henry, what games did you like backwards compatible?
Honestly, most of the games that I wanted backwards compatible have gotten that treatment, with the exception of, I think, Destroy All Humans.
Oh boy!
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's already there.
Oh shit!
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it.
Destroy All Humans 2? How about that?
No.
Okay, well, there you go. That's what I want.
I have a really funny story with that game because I bought it like years ago for the PS2, brand new, mind you, and I wanted to go play it, and it said I couldn't play it, even though I had a memory card, workable controllers, and the console was only a year old. It wasn't working, so I just assumed the game was broken, and I never saw it again.
Wow. That is interesting.
I played Destroy Humans 2, and like I just started blowing shit up immediately. I was just like, all these characters are telling me to do the objectives, and they're shouting at me. I'm just like, what was that? Oh yeah, I just blew up this building.
Yeah, it's one of those games that's like super fun if you don't do the objectives, but it's also fun if you do, either way.
Yeah.
Like frickin' I beat the game a couple of times, and like once you have all the tools and everything, it's just like sandbox mode basically.
GTA with aliens.
It's so fun. Yeah.
GTA San Andreas, make that backwards compatible now. GTA San Andreas, make that backwards compatible.
It already is.
Oh, fuck this.
All you had to do was make them backwards compatible, CJ.
You picked the wrong game, fool.
You picked the wrong console. Oh.
No, do Mexican CJ now. Okay, Mexican. Oh no. Hey, puto, you picked the wrong house, man.
Oh jeez.
No, I've already laughed way too much.
You didn't know it was backwards compatible already?
No, I did not, man. I play most games on PC, man. What? Give me a break.
Well, if you have the original version, like the Xbox version or the 360 version, you just gotta put it in the console and that's it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's what you want then, Henry. You want Destroy All Humans 2.
Oh yeah.
Right, we want Destroy Humans 2, but what we want to do is that each copy of the game now has to include some crack, okay? So you can take some crack while you're playing the game.
You pop it open. Boo! Comes
That
with a
actually
little...
kind of goes in line with like the whole the setting of Destroy All Humans 2, which was the 60s, I bet your ass people were smoking dope those days.
No,
Ooh.
no, I was having this
jeez.
question. All right, no, I was having this talk with a friend of mine. We were talking about getting back to the Matrix for some reason. Okay, I don't know why we're doing this. All right, what happened? He showed me this really funny picture of Keanu Reeves training on the Matrix, and he looks like a complete hippie from the '60s. I'm just like, what if Neo in the Matrix was a complete hippie? I'm just thinking like, whoa, Morpheus, there's a Matrix in all of us, dude. I'm Keanu Reeves. Whoa, man, you gotta
Bill
take the red pill.
Bill and
Take the
Ted.
red pill, but do you got any more in the back? You got any more stuff in the back, dude? Oh, jeez.
Yo, dude, we're gonna do some crack and weed dealings inside the Matrix, man.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Whoa,
I've
dude.
heard-
Someone actually did someone actually did count all the times Keanu Reeves said whoa. He says whoa like over like 120 times in his movies.
Wow. Whoa.
Except John Wick. He says fuck all.
Yeah. Okay, John Wick, okay. One of the things I like about the movie, John Wick is immune to bad dialogue. He never says a bad line in that entire movie. Or in both movies, actually.
until the second one. Even though the second one is awesome.
Yeah, what does he say? Well, what's the bad line he says in the second one?
I wouldn't say a bad line, but like he says like, "Do you want a war, or are you just gonna give me a gun?" And then Lawrence Fishburne just goes, "Somebody, please get this man a gun."
Right,
Get
That's
this
that's
man
not.
a shield.
But that's not John. That's not John Wick. That's Lawrence Fishburne's character. That's Morpheus. Okay, Morpheus.
No. John Wick is the one that says, "Do you want a war, or are you just gonna give me a gun?" John Wick says that.
I know.
And Lawrence Fishburne says, "Yeah."
All right. Okay. But seriously, literally, okay. When he comes up to the big bad guy who kills his dog, he doesn't say like some cheesy ass line. He just fucking kills him.
Well, that's what you do when you kill the most adorable.
Oh yeah.
dog on the
Spoilers, by
planet.
the way, for John Wick if you haven't seen it. But that film's like 4 years old now. You should have seen it.
I'm just expecting like someone to make a poster. It's just like his wife died. They killed his dog. Now he's going to avenge his dog, or something like that. You know.
No, literally, whenever I've requested my friends to see John Wick, they've asked me, like, what is John Wick? And I just say, it's about a guy, okay, they kill his dog, so he kills 76 people who had anything to do with it whatsoever.
It's so simple though. It's so stupid, but it's like done so well.
I know. 76 people. He kills 76 people.
Ouch.
In the second one, he kills 128.
I've only seen like the second one like once.
I've seen the second one like a billion times.
Like I know they're starting production on like the third one, but there were a few things that just didn't make sense to me in the second one. Like why did that woman in the bathroom scene kill herself just for no goddamn reason?
Because she wanted to die her own way and not by Mr. fucking Wick.
But yeah, but like there was a relationship between them. Well, not a relationship, but like there was something going on between them.
Yeah, that's like the whole like
I'm-
mystery
like,
of John
I'm
Wick is like trying to find out his past.
Ah,
That's kind of like the whole
I
idea.
don't. All right.
Yeah.
Because like, I didn't think about that. I just thought it was just about how when his wife died, she gave him a dog, and then the people killed his dog, and then he just said, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to go back into like hitman, bodyguard type of stuff." You know?
Now, this is funny to think that the John Wick movies are set during his retirement. Imagine John Wick in his prime.
I guarantee you, we're going to get a prequel.
No, there's actually going to be like a TV show with Keanu Reeves making like small appearances in it.
Ah, okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Whoa.
That's all he has to say. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. He's probably going to die in John Wick 3 anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the John Wick films.
Going on to movies, shall we talk about Venom before we head off or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah. Henry Badger, have you seen Venom?
I have not. My buddy wants to see it with me. And nobody else does.
Right.
Nobody else does. I don't know. Like, it's bizarre. Most of my friends are people, you know, they go, whenever a movie comes out, they want to go see it with me. And now everybody's just like, Venom. It's probably because it got a really bad rep. Like, I don't doubt that I don't think it's a bad film, and I've heard good things about it, but
Yeah,
I
Mexican
think it's
man.
just got bad rep. Oh, jeez.
I'm seriously going to do that.
But okay. So I think what we should do, just so to avoid spoilers for Henry, I think we'll just talk about like the good parts and just the bad parts without spoiling anything.
Right, I'll do this in under like 60 seconds. Right, 3, 2, 1. Good things. Tom Hardy was pretty good in it. Venom was pretty cool in it. You know, they had some cool action scenes. What else? Story was alright, I guess. Final fight, I don't know. It's alright, I guess.
There was a fight, and it was final? Okay. Oh, shit. You spoiled it for... God damn. Okay.
It was fucking hilarious. Venom has always been goofy in the comics, so
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah, shut up, fanboys.
You're like, people are saying like this film isn't like scary or serious or whatever. Venom's never been like that. Read the fucking comics,
No.
guys. He's never been like that.
I think it's because ever since Spider-Man 3 came out, like the people who've seen that movie are like, "Oh no, Venom's meant to be dark and scary.
Yeah,
He's not meant
Ooh,
to be
my
a goofball."
spider sense is tingling. If you know what I'm talking about, man.
Jeez. Well, like, I mean, yeah, Venom's always been kind of goofy, and people say, oh, Venom doesn't talk a lot. No, he's quite the chatterbox. And, like, there was an argument going on Twitter where people were talking about how Venom shouldn't talk at all and should just be, like, this big, scary monster thing and shouldn't make jokes. And there's literally a comic where Venom saves people from a burning building, I think, and he like pulls out their car and everything, and then the guy's like, "You damaged my car," and then the Venom's just like, "Yeah, whatever," and just fucking yeets the car back into the fire.
Like a turd in the
like that.
wind.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, he's that kind of character. Like, he's considered as an anti-hero, so I
He's worked with Spider-Man like more times than he's fought Spider-Man, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't see the argument. I think it's just ignorant people thinking that, oh, he's big and black and scary. And... I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Big and dark and scary. He's evil. Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. Bum bum bum. Oh fuck. Well, I've made a huge mistake. I guess I'll just end my YouTube career now.
Alright, he's big, he's black, and he's scary.
Oh, jeez.
The one thing I have to really criticize Venom for was that the trailers were so misleading.
You think this movie's going to be serious, you go into the movie, and Venom says shit like, I don't know if I should spoil it, but, you know, what does he say? Let me think of one, like, really funny line he says.
Pussy.
Oh yeah, yeah. He tells Eddie Brock to jump out the window. You jump like 20 stories down, okay? Eddie takes the elevator and he just says, "Pussy."
Oh jeez.
And everyone in the cinema was fucking laughing.
It's like think of it as Bad Boys 3, except Martin Lawrence is Venom and Will Smith is Eddie Brock, and Martin Lawrence is a symbiote alien. Just think of it as that. Just think of it as Bad Boys 3.
No,
but it's not Bad Boys 3.
Think of it, okay? It's basically Venom from the 2000 Spider-Man game in a movie.
Okay, that's pretty rad.
Which I never played.
You never played it, man. The band's gonna play like 20 bazillion, man. This guy's crazy. His eyes are kite.
I feel like with the thumbnail, because we've agreed to have the Matrix one, we should just have the ponchos or like the Mexican hats on all of us.
Oh jeez.
No, that would spoil the surprise.
Well, no, actually no. If you think about it, people will be like, why is there what's it with the Matrix and two fucktards in the thumbnail with like Mexican
two
hats
fucktards. There's 3 fucktards in the thumbnail.
Oh, did I say 2 or 3?
You said 2.
Oh shit, 3.
Are you forgetting who? Okay, it's either Henry or me you're forgetting. So who is it that you forgot? Was it?
I don't have.
It's my podcast now, bitch.
Okay, it's the Henry Badger podcast. Everybody, Henry now runs the channel. Okay. Right. So actually, before we did, I don't know if we're gonna like end this like soon or whatever. I was thinking.
I need to eat dinner.
You need to eat dinner. Okay, I was thinking before we head off, we announce new things that are going on with us in like YouTube or our channels or whatever. So
Alrighty.
All right.
Sure.
I was just expecting it. I know, like with Henry, there's the Halo Machinima Recall that you're in, and you're gonna be
Oh,
in
yeah.
episode 3.
Oh boy, yeah, and
Epis-
that's supposed to come out. I think. Well, episode 2 came out in 2 months, but the guy that runs the channel said on Twitter that the third episode should come out sooner than that.
Okay.
So under 2 months,
Right.
but
Second
I wouldn't wanna
episode's
put
out
the
now.
pressure on him. Yeah, second episode is out now.
Go
third
check that
episode.
out. Links in the description, guys.
Oh boy. Yeah, no. I'm in quite a lot of things, and just the other day I auditioned a good handful of other projects. Some of them I immediately got turned down, which that's life, and I wish them the best of luck.
Right,
but other
Puto,
things I'm
tell me who
accepted-
these people
accepted.
are, and I send my Mexican friend over there, and I kick their
No, no.
asses.
I just
You just said
lately
you
I've
just said a Mexican John Wick.
No. Right, he's a he's not only the Mexican John Wick, he's trained by John Wick, who was then trained by Neo from The Matrix, who was then trained by Bruce Lee, who was then trained by me, I don't know.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, and then he was trained by
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, and then Bruce Willis was trained by Venom, and then Venom was trained by
Jackie Chan.
Eminem.
Eminem.
And then Eminem was trained by Fluttershy from My Little Pony.
And then he was trained by Shia LaBeouf. And then he was trained by Tobey Maguire. And then he was trained by Will Smith. And then he was trained by... I don't know.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right, back to. Sorry. Oh
Yeah,
my
but
god. Poor
is
Henry.
there anything else going on with you, Henry?
Yeah, no, there's quite a lot of things. I've just been super busy. Like the last couple of weeks, I've been working like overtime at work and just a lot of school projects, like university stuff, that I've had to be super busy with. But yeah, no, I'm in Recall, of course, as the main antagonist, but I'm also in Gordon Zora's projects, a couple of those. I'm in his. I want to say a
Ooh.
couple. I'm in
Dude.
one. I'm in one of them. I'm in his. I shouldn't say just in case if it's like. Well, actually, no. He's posted it on Twitter, so.
I'll take the blame I'll take the full if you reveal the information, okay? Okay, so
Yeah, no, it
anything that's
should be.
revealed in this podcast, okay, I will be held responsible, okay?
Alrighty, that's fair.
All right.
I'll take you for it. But
Right.
yeah, no, it's a Spyro animation.
Hey.
Yeah. So I'm pretty hyped for that.
Looking forward to
That's
that.
gonna be good.
So,
So am I.
Yeah, I've just been auditioning in just a bunch of projects. I don't like I posted an update video back in August about me starting to get into voice acting commissions, but I want to almost make an update video to that, like a part 2, because I was supposed to be starting commissions like now, but I want to put more effort into kind of everything. So what I'm doing is I'm getting a new microphone this November, getting a bunch of acoustic wall paneling, and just a bunch of other fancy tool stuff to help improve the quality of my audio recordings. So I feel like before I start charging people, it has to be the best that I can do in terms of quality. Because right now, like, my audio quality isn't the best, so yeah. And I always feel bad taking money from people. Like, I was auditioning a few days ago, and people were like, "Hey, I saw your Twitter. How much are you charging?" I say, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I feel bad. But yeah. So at some point, I'll start probably doing audio commissions for people, for kind of whatever. And yeah, like I said, I'm just voicing in a few other projects, but most of them I can't really talk about because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, just because, but they're just like, animations or machinimas or, music projects, stuff like that. Not that I'm a singer or anything, but that's part of the joke. Yeah. So, yeah.
Right.
And as for my YouTube channel, I'm just working on 3 videos now. One of them I'm aiming to be uploaded for October 25th, but that is a hell of a stretch because I'm working way too much. Like I would have to be like my first goal is to get it done for October 25th, but I don't think I'll be able to meet that. So, and then my second video is just Halloween, to be posted on Halloween. But I mean, like this weekend I'm busy as hell. Like today I'm packing for a convention that I'm going to on tomorrow morning, like 9 a.m. sharp. It's a fan expo. So that's gonna be fun. I've got my costume. I'm going there with my buddies and my girlfriend. That's gonna be fun. Really excited for that. This is gonna be hoot and a holler. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. No, I'm just yeah working on projects. I haven't uploaded in almost a month now, but it's just because I've been busy with all kinds of things. But yeah. Anyway, that's me.
All right.
What about you then, No Life?
I was gonna pass the mic to you. Okay, here you go, buddy. Here you go. Take the mic. Take the mic.
So yeah, my issue is that I've completely run out of ideas. I seriously don't know what to do with my channel. I know, like, for some reason, one of my Halo music videos that I made a couple of months back has been getting more views, and more comments. And I have said, you know, that isn't going to be a regular thing. You know, I'm just going to do it when I feel like I can do it. And that's one thing I think people really need to understand about with my channel is that I only upload when I feel ready to upload or make a video, especially if it's long. But if I capture something funny during just, you know, daily life or whatever, I will upload it, you know, just for at least just to have something to look at, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I do a similar thing. I don't feel like any content needs to be produced. I do it as a hobby. I don't like. Yeah, I don't see it as like a job or like, you know, like it's just a fun hobby that yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I really would like to do reviews, but I just don't think I have enough editing skills to do it.
I could help with that.
Yeah, exactly. Do a collab if you're unsure about.
We'll do a collab on Matrix Path of Neo, man. Okay, we'll do that.
I mean, I don't have any, like, I can't record any gameplay for it, and
I can record gameplay for it if you want.
If I was to do a review of it, I would only make it like 5 minutes long, or maybe just 6 minutes long. I don't want to do like a 20-minute fucking long review.
How dare you insult my content, man? I'm offended by this. I'm going to kill you all.
Well, the thing is, even though you've got less subscribers, your content is so much better than mine. It's more thought out.
Self-oof.
You know, like, even though I have about 256 subscribers, my videos are just shit compared to yours. Because you put time and effort. It's a matter of timing, the way I feel, and if I'm not busy, like, at all. Like, lately I am extremely busy with college because I'm working on projects for that, and it's really just soaking up my time. So I just don't have enough time to make videos as of late, and I have said this multiple times, you know, that I would be busy. So, you know, don't unsubscribe to me just because I haven't uploaded for like 2 days.
He's dead. He hasn't uploaded in 2 days. He's dead, man.
But I would be down for collabs, as long as it was just something that was easy but simplistic and meaty enough. Definitely, I would be.
Okay, we'll do a Minecraft Let's Play.
Honestly, yo guys, what if we just all do a Minecraft Let's Play together? And we just answer, like, it's the normal podcast, but we just fucking play Minecraft Survival. Oh my god, so we're like answering questions, and then fucking somebody just fucking drops all their diamonds. Just starts screaming. It's like, so, what's your favorite survival video game? And it's like, oh, well, that's actually... Oh,
I dropped in the lava, man. Oh, man, I didn't use an iron pickaxe on the diamond ore.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen that Keemstar video?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like live streaming, and he's like, oh yeah, diamonds, and he's a stone pickaxe, and people are screaming no, and he's like, what do you mean no? And then he's like, why didn't I get any diamonds, guys? I don't know how to play this game. I don't know. It's like
Hey, Puto, why get no diamonds? Man, I don't know how to play this game. You gave it to
I'm
Anthony.
I'm convinced it was staged, but I mean, like, holy crap, that's still funny.
Yeah.
But in terms of like other stuff, like basically what I am doing is kind of like the Marvel universe, right? Phase 1, Phase 2. I'm done with Phase 1. I'm moving on to Phase 2. Phase 2, I want to get involved with other people's stuff. Like I am working on a project with Gordon Zora, and I'm looking forward to that. That won't be released for a while, but I do want to try my best to get involved in other people's content. That's Phase 2. Phase 3, I don't really know what exactly. But as soon as I am comfortable with what I've done for Phase 2, I'll move on to Phase 3. But I'm a small channel, so with me being a small channel, I don't have a lot of opportunities because there's this whole stigma like, oh, anyone who's a small channel, they don't really get to have a go at collabing with bigger people, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I
think to an extent there's a stigma for every kind of level of YouTubing. But they're just for different reasons. But yeah, no, I do definitely see where you're coming from with that.
I mean, with this podcast, and we did discuss this in the one that did not fucking work.
Yeah. Don't remind me of that, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
was that we would love if we can, depending if this podcast stuff just does blow up slowly, is to get people like Actman and Hidden Xperia and maybe Late Night Halo or other YouTubers that are slightly bigger than us. Not
slightly bigger.
Yeah, just a couple 100,000 more.
Oh, just PewDiePie, that's just fucking.
No, oh god.
Do a meme review with them, just slightly bigger than us.
Right, okay, so I did have a person I actually did want to have on the podcast, but after a talk we had a talk a bit before the podcast, and I don't think he'll be coming on, but so if there's any people you want to be on the podcast, all right, say it now, and I will send it to the people that you want to be on the podcast. So, names.
We can get would definitely want to join.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I have two people I know would like to join. I said them previously, but MVL Gaming, chill dude, played more video games than probably all three of us combined. He said before he would like to do it, but he could only do like one. He can't do like consistent podcast thing, but he would be able to do like a one-off thing. There's another person I want to talk with, the Jonah Monkey. Please get on here. Really want to talk with you. I think we'd have an awesome conversation. All right. So who else? I don't know. I don't know who else I'd want on here, but yeah. So anybody else you want on here, guys?
I think eventually we'll just gradually build up. We'll find more people, start making connections, and then it'll just kind of go from there. And then maybe someday we'll have somebody like Actman, or I feel like getting Halo Collective on here would be fun.
Oh,
I don't know who they are.
Anybody from Halo Collective. Oh, dude, Tyler, get your ass on here. Dad, please. I'm name calling him.
We won't get Watch Mojo on here though. Definitely not.
Oh, welcome to Watch Mojo. Welcome back to Top 10 Anime Betrayals.
Oh, I know one person who we can have on. We can have on Epic George.
Ah, yeah, George. Hey,
George.
George.
Okay,
Hey, George. Please come in, man. I love you. I love your videos, and thank you for commenting on my Max Payne video. Much appreciated. Yeah. I'd love to have him on. I'd love to talk about movies and games. That'd be awesome.
All right.
Right.
That sounds like a good idea.
Who else?
Yeah, I think yeah, just maybe make a post on Twitter and just be like, hey, retweet this, please. And let's
Can we get 1,000 likes?
No,
this is so sad. Can we get 1,000 likes?
I'm gonna have a
Oh,
look
jeez.
around, just like quickly, see if there's anyone who comes to mind. If there's not, then whatever. I'll have a quick look. Yeah. I don't know. I can't really think of anyone else.
I think Halo Collective at some point would be pretty cool. Getting
I'll-
somebody from Halo Collective.
I think I could. Yeah, we could.
Because
get
I think they'd be open for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would. You know, they're nice people.
Like, I don't mean to just assume people's opinions on things, but yeah.
I assume they're nice people, so I'm gonna assume they would be okay with that.
Oh yeah, no, I've talked with Tyler. I've met him in IRL. Met him at a convention. He's a pretty sexy dude. I mean, pretty cool dude.
Right. Okay.
Like, I mean, my girlfriend's pretty hot, but I mean, no kidding. He makes me sweat. No joke. Okay, this is going too far.
so-
I'll retract my previous statement.
It's officially decided we're gonna have Tom Hanks on the next podcast.
All right, that's fair.
Tom Hanks.
We're gonna have Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne on here.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Can we
about.
get Sans Undertale on here?
We'll get the voice actor.
Wow,
for him.
Sans Undertale. Oh my god, I love that meme.
Oh.
It's not even like Sans from Undertale or just Sans. It's Sans Undertale.
That's his
I
official.
know who
Sans
we could get on
Undertale.
here.
Yeah.
I know who we could get on here. Do you want to know?
Who?
Gordon Zora.
Fuzi 2. No, I'm joking.
Oh god, no.
We'll get Tom
Let's go.
Hardy on here. Who cares?
Oh, Tom Hardy, please just rub my nipples, please.
Slurp.
We'll get Mexican Marty McFly on here.
Oh jeez.
We'll get Mexican. No, I was having a joke. Okay, I was coming out of the cinema. Alright, I was joking. Okay, Tom Hardy's from Britain, so I'm just thinking he just should have done his natural accent. He should have been like, "Hey mate, oh venom on it, you fucking hell, boy! Get your ass up, mate! Venom on it, a shield, alright? These fuckers are shooting bullets at me. I need fucking cover.
Oh gosh.
You fucking
Alright,
cunt, get
should
out
we
of
do
here! You black thing! Yeah, you black ass over here."
Oh jeez.
Alright, we're ending it there.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
No, okay. Who else could we get on here? We could get Batman on here. We'll get Christian Bale on here.
Oh jeez.
We'll get Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, get on here, boy.
You know, with superheroes and like when yeah, like they save somebody and then they leave. They come back as like their normal person self, and then the guy's like, "Oh wow, Spider-Man just saved me," and then Peter Parker's like, "Wow, he was here? Really? Damn, I could have seen him. Yeah, I was too late. Wow, if only I was a little bit faster." So something like that. It's just, you know, you're talking about Batman, and then fucking. Just be like, wow, Batman was here? Oh man, if only I was a little bit faster.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like this like
Oh, jeez.
it kind of reminds me of like this one issue of Spider-Man back from like the 1960s. It's where what he's doing. Okay, he's running away into an alley so he can get dressed as Spider-Man. No one spots him, and then like some guy notices why is he running into the alley? All right, and what he has to do. Okay, since he doesn't want to draw suspicion, what he has to do. Okay, he's getting dressed as Spider-Man. He's just like, well, what I'll do, I'll act like it's Peter Parker talking to Spider-Man, so I'll lift the mask up and down, when I'm talking to Spider-Man, when I'm talking to Peter Parker, and he has to be like, oh yeah, you pay me like 20% of whatever they give you for the photos, and then what he has to do, okay, he has to make like a mannequin, like a fake mannequin doll, out of like the garbage, okay, and he puts the
jeez.
he puts a Spider-Man suit on it, and he just like spins web and just makes him like, just throws him up into the air, makes him look like, it's fucking hilarious. Why do I remember that? I'm a nerd.
Right,
I read way too many Spider-Man comics.
I need to make my dinner.
Alright, okay, enjoy your dinner, man.
This child is starving.
Hey, puto, you're starving, man,
I've got a
man.
curry waiting for me. Mm.
Oh, man,
Ooh, yum.
you don't understand, man, okay? In Mexico, we go for days without food, man. Okay? How do you think Venom feels, man? He has to eat all the time.
Oh wow.
Can we stop with the burrito memes? Jesus Christ. Every time someone follows me, they ask me for a burrito.
Why
Fuck
are you
off,
asking
it
for
was a
burrito,
joke.
man? Okay, this is not right, okay? Hey, puto, the price has gone up by 20 gazillion, man.
Alright,
the-
we're gonna end it there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the crocodile. I was punching some koala bears earlier.
We're all terrible people. I think that's been established.
Honestly, okay. I don't think I've laughed so hard in like 5 years.
That's good.
Hey,
Oof.
Nah.
at least I am funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mate! I was punching some koala bear.
Right.
Why are we bad people? We are seriously have fucked up minds. Seriously. I know. I think everyone who listened to the podcast who started out, they're all gone now. Like by the time this video goes up, this section is just like nobody gets to this section because it's just like as soon as I make the first Mexican joke, they're just gone. Probably like no one's listening to us right now, so I'll just whatever.
Right, I gotta go. Seriously,
All right,
I gotta go.
All right, go, mate.
Right.
Go, mate.
I think
Boy.
what you should do, I think what maybe you should do is like just cut it out. Like when I said, "Oh, can Tom Hardy rub my nipples?" and then like you start laughing, and then it just like sort of ends there. I think that would be funny.
Okay, I'll try and do that. All right, so actually,
If that makes any sense. If that makes any
yeah,
sense.
I
'cause,
know,
like,
I know. I'll just have it fade out as I'm laughing to death.
yeah. Oh, Tom Hardy rubbed my nipples.
Okay. All right, okay, we're gonna end it now. Thank you for no one listening right now. Thank you to everyone who watched this far, especially all the Mexicans out there. I am deeply sorry. Don't take anything I say in this seriously, okay? And if Henry Badger here did reveal anything he wasn't supposed to, I will hold full responsibility for that, okay? Blame me, bitches, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. See ya.
It's not his fault. He had a gun to his head. All right. Goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
Good podcast. Good podcast.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Ta-da. Bye.
Bye.